Good morning, founder. How are you?
Well.
Original founder of New Day.
Yeah, no problem. There were others before me,
I beg you. Anyway.
Self-government now.
No, we want it at the shortest possible
time.
Yes.
All right. So that's where the argument is. And the president spoke about it again yesterday evening. He just wouldn't let it go, right?
No. And
I think appropriately he decided to choose the period when he was meeting the aged to also have that interaction. Hey, the president. I'll say it wrong. Yeah. But I like him for his tenacity. Yeah. He's able to stick to his guns on many matters. And I believe that this argument will not go away. Depends on which side of the political divide you tend to have your leanings. So we'll see how it goes. For me, I think when it comes to the issue about founders, we have canvassed a good argument for it, to have a number of people recognized to be founders. And then as well, the Osajefo also could also be a founder. Exactly. Because when you go to India, we have Gandhi, who is recognized, even though there were a number of people who undertook a lot of liberations to get the other countries out.
Maybe
if it's from basic level, it's
social studies. So you're questioning your teacher, wondering, okay, did they even understand the history well enough? Because there are a lot of things that I heard yesterday, for example, about even the Big Six and how they got the name. I think that wasn't necessarily taught, in social studies in primary school, about the fact that, it was after the riots, and then there was a newspaper that put the headline that the Big Six of the UGCC had been arrested, which is how they got the name. But if you go back, it looks as if the Big Six is more about the 6 founding fathers, to some extent, of Ghana. So yesterday we got to know a lot. Forced to read about Kwame Nkrumah and all the good and bad that came along with it. But
well, it depends. For those who are Nkrumah, they say Nkrumah never died. And for those who were anti-Nkrumah or just didn't align with many of his ideology, but also his policies, I guess it will be a debate not only for today, but always. Yeah. And indeed, Nkrumah never dies. Just how we're still debating him today just shows that the man really came to stay.
I think he was a prophet. He
really came to stay, yeah.
I think he was a prophet. I don't know what it is because 100 years down the line and everybody's still talking about you and arguing about, all the good things. At least one of the things you cannot dispute is the fact that he brought development, whether we like it or not.
And his policies, and then also his project out of his policies are still relevant after today. I mean, you can take his blueprint and his project today. For example, I've used the motorway since the 90s. At least when I used it that year in August 1990 from Accra.
Then you have found it further.
Oh no, like as a child, when I crisscrossed Accra to the Tema area up to today, and that motorway, that Tema motorway, 8 kilometers in, 8 kilometers out, cannot be re-engineered by Ghana's engineers. Whether Nkrumah made sure his government constructed to the same standard. How many years ago? Decades ago. And I use it. They'll use bitumen with nice, well-built equipment, earth-moving equipment. Use bitumen to patch concrete. Just shows that we just don't have the leadership that is transformational enough and then visionary.
Exactly. He was a visionary.
I mean, he was just a different. I mean, forget about JB Dankwa and all the quas that are attached to everything.
You look at all the silos that he built and the fact that
you're just
to this point.
Exactly.
What are we?
You're just going from the harbour area to Mankwadze in Tema, and you're seeing all the silos, and they say Nkrumah built it. You go into, I was somewhere on the Takwara, Aboso glass factory, and it's still there.
We used to make matches, matchsticks, shoes, glass, literally everything.
There are many schools that have been built with the same architecture all around. And which year was it built? And they'll tell you it was built in 1962, 1960, and they said who built this? Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Same design, and the structure is just as relevant and strong up to today. Same equipment and then also materials. And the ones that have been built in 1990, 2005 have cracks.
They are falling apart.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Osajefo.
All right.
Osajefo.
Let's see how that goes. But Kennedy Japan also has been talking a lot. I think we should use that as a question of the day.
I agree.
For what it comes to this morning's segment. I don't know what you think. But
I agree 100%. I mean, he's speaking the truth, but as to whether his party people will listen is also, another question for the day. But it's time now for this morning, and we're asking what you make of that statement made by Honorable Kennedy Japan. If you're wondering what that statement is all about, just hold on. We'll play it for you shortly. So Honorable Kennedy Ejapong has been speaking, and yesterday he did mention that it's necessary for the NPP to first of all admit its mistakes and apologize for all the hardships that Ghanaians are facing if they really want to go ahead and break the 8. He says he believes they'll break the 8, but regardless, a major step to ensuring that they break the 8 is if they acknowledge their mistakes and apologize to Ghanaians. Listen to that video and audio as well. And when we get back, we'll give you the chance to call in and tell us what you make of this.
Let's go out there with humility. Apologize to Ghanaians. Admit your mistakes before you can convince anybody to vote for you. If you ignore the hardships Ghanaians are going through, they will never accept what you are saying. You first have to admit that there are hardships. But then when you want the time of the action, the movie. Let's give NPP another chance. And I know we've all learned our lessons. We are not going to sit back. We will have Dr. Bawumia, the Vice President, if he's elected. I've been talking to him. We'll share ideas, all the ideas I have, and I was telling Ghanaians during the campaign, I'm not going to keep it to myself because I didn't win. Then I'm not a patriotic citizen.
Well, so that's Honorable Kennedy Ejapong. What do you make of it? Do you think, or do you agree with him, that the NPP should apologize to Ghanaians for all the hardships that we have endured and encountered in the last 8 years? You can call us and share your thoughts with us. The numbers are on your screens. And so we'd love to hear from you from every part of the country. We know you watch us from all across the country. So call us and share your thoughts. But what do I make of it? I think to a large extent, yes, they should. I mean, if you look at their promises compared to what they have delivered on, clearly there's a big gap. And so they should admit, and that's my problem with a lot of them, because they come on this platform and you're pointing out the facts to them and they're telling you, no, but we've done better. We've done this, we've done that. They never seem to admit that, well, to some extent, we got it wrong and we apologize for it, but we promise to do better. And that's something that I feel is lacking with a lot of, you know, the NPP communicators that come here especially.
I think for many people who especially have experienced the Fourth Republic post-2000 tend to compare the Akufo-Addo-led administration's atmosphere and the environment is created with the one created by John Ejapong Kufuor, which seemed to have a certain almost equitable subsector distribution and development for every state of the country. So you have economy, you have infrastructure up there, you have, of course, there were issues about corruption, etc. But, you know, everything was just in a balanced mood.
Well, we have a caller. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Thank you so much. You're calling us from Kumasi. What's your name?
Senor.
Hi, Senor. So, do you agree with what Honorable Kennedy Ejapong is saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's about time we put our pride aside and face the reality. That's what he's basically saying. And as a party, they need to put politics aside and put their pride and ego aside and just face the reality. We've said things, we've done things wrongly, so we are sorry. They said it, our president said it when he was campaigning so many years ago. He said, the former president should have apologized. So as a party, let them lead up to speed. Let them just tell us that this is what we said so many years back. So we are doing it now. We are sorry. At least that alone will just help them. And kudos to Honorable Kennedy.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. So you agree that the NPP should apologize. What about you? You can also call us. The numbers are on your screens. Roland, you're making a point before.
Yeah, so I think that's the type of comparison that's been made to the Kufuor-led administration of the NPP. So the NPP was a governing party at the time, and then this time around too as well. The debate really, I think, settles on between the two who is the best in terms of that side of the political divide. It certainly has got to be John Ejapong Kufuor because there was a certain sense of cohesion across the country. There's also tolerance of all types of debates and then views and sentiments as well.
Daniel from Koforidua, good morning to you. Hello, Daniel. Daniel, can you hear me? Okay, unfortunately, we've lost Daniel, but call in as well and share with us what your thoughts are on this matter. Should the NPP apologize to Ghanaians? First of all, should they even admit that they got it wrong to some extent? And should they apologize if really they want to break the 8? And if they apologize, will that really translate into votes for them to break the 8?
Well, I think what Ken Ejapon is trying to do is to give an advisory that you first have to admit that there are difficulties, because those are the key issues that will be the benchmark for people to vote. And then by doing so, you get their buy-in, you get into their minds, then you get onto that level playing field. What they're trying to do now is to force the narrative down the throat of everybody and say, this is what we did. And so you have to accept that this is what should be the narrative.
Yeah.
But it cannot be possible.
Of course.
Even though it is possible, they say.
Haruna is on the line. Hello, good morning, Haruna.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you for joining us, Haruna. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think NPP has they didn't own anybody apology because they did a lot. Looking at the crisis we came to meet, I think we did well. So kudos to Nanado, and we are hoping to elect our mayor as our next president. So Ghanaians shouldn't see the crisis that we are facing, then they say we are not doing it. We did a lot of work, which people can testify. In my own district, I have a lot of work that the government is doing. So the road network in the Bongo district, from Bongo district to Namu, there's a construction ongoing. And I know there's a lot of projects in the district doing, not done. I'm talking of my own district, which I can testify. So this is what the government is doing, and he did it. So please, let's elect Baumia as the next president for them to continue the good work that we are doing. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much for calling. He doesn't think that the NPP should apologize because for him, they've done the routes. And they've done a lot of other things.
So it depends on which side of the debate. Even within NPP, you're taking it from. And I think Ken Ejapon is trying to get into the minds of many people because he wants to be the leveler, the one who brings the debate down to everybody so that even those who will be disgruntled within the party also can come around before even you go to the external. Because it's a debate that is going to increase by way of the tempo and momentum as the weeks just go along. I mean, we're just less than 4 months or 4 months of the election, you know.
We have a caller from Kumasi. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How about you?
Ken has said it right.
Hold on. Your TV set is too loud, so you're going to have to reduce the volume so that we can hear just your voice, if you don't mind. Thank you. Carry on.
Hello?
Yes, carry on.
Yeah, I'm saying Ken has said it right, but it's too late for the NPP. Because of the arrogance and pride, they will apologize.
What makes you think that?
Look, they are too arrogant.
Why do you say they're arrogant?
Looking at Akupado's his character and behavior, they won't apologize.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so this one will just not listen. We'll say lower the volume on your set.
Exactly.
And this one is coming from Abigail Dakun of the Ghana National Association of Teachers. Says, my deepest appreciation to the Deputy Education Minister, John Intim Fodjo, for helping to heed to my plea I made to him during the 2023 National Council meeting to create a center at the UEW for teachers